Hi again from Central Virginia. For those of you who follow this channel, you might remember that back in September, Sage and I did some hot composting using the grape must. In other words, the stems and the seeds and the skins of the pressed grapes from the winery. And our experiment was to see whether we could get a hot compost going and how that would do. Well, I just want to give you an update. And things are going really, really, really well. In fact, we took two of the piles and consolidated them together today, and I am impressed with several things. One, the amount of worm activity in there is unbelievable. So just to recap, we layered the grape must in with hay, and we also did some experiments with aeration. We had an air shaft that we put down into the middle. That's what this is here. And I had done a couple of updates on that as well. And we really got the temperatures up to about 145 degrees, and we were able to maintain a hot composting mode for over, almost 2 weeks, which is fantastic. The piles have now really cooled down quite a lot, obviously, because they go into a slower phase. And we went ahead and consolidated two of the piles together. And in doing so, I can actually say that we have compost that I can actually use from the first of those piles. Now, it's not completely broken down, but it is odorless, or it has that nice sweet compost smell, and it's crumbly, and I'm gonna go ahead and use it on the piles. But let me go ahead and show you what we've got left. I'm back in kind of a messy area right now because I'm about to make some more compost. You might recall that I had a bin here and a bin over here, and we have now taken those two and we have put them back together in the center, and we're just letting it sit here, and it'll compost and break down over the course of the winter time. And I anticipate that this will be usable probably next spring at the rate that it's been going. This is a pile of stuff I've just pulled out of the garden, just in my first couple of beds, and so I'm getting ready to make another compost pile with that, along with some additional leftovers from the red grapes, the Petit Syrah grape press in the winery. So I'll be layering all of that in together. Now, here was the very first hot compost pile that we made, and you can see that the texture of it is just fantastic in the center. It really is nice. And I'm just going to go ahead, even though it's not 100% composted down, I'm going to go and put this on my beds over the winter time and let it continue to finish off in this area. I think it's going to be really just fine. This was another compost bin that we did hot, and I have usable compost in here already. So I'll be pulling this out to use on my bed. Compost might not be the most beautiful thing to do, and it does take up some room, but I've got the room. This area is sort of hidden back from behind the house and away from the house. It honestly does not smell, I can promise you that. And I have not had trouble with rodents. I will have squirrels and things come in and dig through and get what they want. But really, it's been the biggest problem I've had with compost is last year I had some yellow jackets dig a hole in one of the piles, but they died out over the winter time. So this is a great time to make compost, and I'm going to be putting together probably 2 new piles now that will get going. My goal is to become as compost sufficient, self-sufficient as I possibly can. Last year I had made enough compost because I had just really gotten going with it. I made enough compost for about 2.5 of my large beds. This year I've already done, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 beds, and I've got more compost to use. So I'm hoping that I can get at least the interior of my big garden done with the compost that I produce, but I'll let you know about that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope your garden's growing well, and I hope you're doing well. And by the way, if you love to garden and you love to cook what you grow, this might be a channel for you. So I hope if you haven't already, you will give a like and definitely subscribe. And please share this channel with others to help me grow my channel. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.